So good morning students. Today I will discuss some word sums. Acha see exercise 7H number 2 sum. What is given? Acha I hope you all know about the addition and subtraction of fractions. Okay, otherwise you can do a single word sum. So that's why I'm telling first learn how can we solve or how can we add or subtract the fractions. Okay, next, so come to the sum. Molly and Varun each ate 5/2 parts on a cake. What portion of the cake was left? Acha, one thing I have said in the previous chapter, I mean when I have learned you total operation with large number, then what did I say? Achha, remember, whole part of anything, whole part always taken as 1. Suppose you have total 10 rupees. So your 10 rupees means total part is equals to 1. 10 rupees, that is in quantity, but total part 1. Okay, but if you suppose you have spent half of your money, that is half is the here part. Half means 5 rupees. You have spent 5 rupees. Okay, so that's why you have to remember one thing. For all the cases, we take whole part of anything always 1. Here you see Molly and Varun ate 5/2 parts. Each 5/2 part. That means Molly ate 5/2 and Varun also ate 5/12. So not 12. Sorry. Okay, now one thing, what did I say? Total part always 1. Acha, listen, Molly ate 5/12 parts, also Varun ate 5/12 part. Here see the word each. That means Molly ate 5/12 and also Varun ate 5/12 parts. So what is the total part? They ate together? So Molly and Varun ate is equals to 5/12 plus 5/12. This is by Molly and this is by Varun. So what is the total? Addition of these two. Okay, now come. What portion of the cake was left? Achha, what did I say? Total part always 1. And what is the eaten part? 5/12 by Molly and 5/12 by Varun. So total eaten part, addition of these two. Okay, so what is the remaining part? Total minus eaten part. So total 1 and eaten part 5/12 plus 5/12. And one thing you see, here I have used bracket. I will tell you to use always bracket, otherwise your sum will be wrong. Okay, always use bracket. Here Molly and Varun total eaten part I have written in bracket, so you also write bracket or use bracket for the rest of the sums. Okay, so see, first I have done the bracket operation, BODMAS rule. So I have first done the bracket operation. Okay, next I got 1 minus 10/12, I got 2/12. So 2/12, there is a HCF between 2/12, which is 2. So if we divide 2 and 12 with, I get 1/6. So clear this sum. One thing I remember, left means what? Total minus spent. Total part minus spent part. Spent part. Okay, clear. So total part 1 always and spending part Molly and Varun total eaten part is the spending part. Clear. Okay, next come to the next sum, which is very important. Raman bought 6.5 kg of flour and Radha bought 15/4 kg of flour. First, how much flour did they buy altogether? It is easy. Okay, next come to the sum. Raman bought 6 together with half kg. That means convert this fraction into improper fraction. 13/2 kg and Radha 15/4 kg. Acha, so what is the total part? They by two altogether. They are by together means Raman plus Radha. Raman bought this amount and Radha bought this amount. So what will be the total part? Addition of these two parts. So add them and we will have the result. So here I have added and I got 10 together with 1/4 kg. So this is clear. This first one is clear. Next, see who bought more flour and by how much. Raman bought some amount of flour and Radha bought some amount of flour. So you have asked who bought more amount of flour. Who bought more amount of flour? Okay. Here see Raman bought 13/2, but Radha bought 15/4. So how can you understand what is the larger fraction? What is the larger fraction? That means here what you have to do? You have to compare between the fraction. You have to compare between the fractions. How can you do this? I have learned you one thing, remember. To compare, convert all the fractions into like fractions. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. Acha, so you have to compare the amount of Raman and the amount of Radha. So amount of Raman 13/2, amount of Radha 15/4. So how can I compare them? To compare, first we have to convert all the fractions into like fractions. Clear? Remember, like fractions. Then what we have to do? Then what did I say? For like fractions, denominator will be same. For like fractions, denominators will be same, and numerator of which fraction is greater, that fraction must be greater. For like fractions, I said already, the denominators must be same, but numerator of which fraction is greater, that fraction also must be greater. Clear? So here see, I have converted Raman quantity and Radha's quantity into like fractions. I got 26/4. 13/2 means 26/4. Like fractions means they are not different. 13/2 and 26/4. These two fractions are same. The value of these two fractions are same. Okay. So 13/2 means 26/4 kg. That is Raman's quantity and Radha's quantity 15/4 kg. Clear? So here you see, after converting, I got the numerator of Radha's quantity is greater than the numerator of the numerator of Raman's quantity is greater than the numerator of Radha's quantity. For Raman, numerator is 12, 26. For Raman, numerator is 26, but for Radha, numerator is 15. So what is the greater number? 26. Here you say denominators are same. So here I can say easily Raman bought more flour than Radha, because numerator of Radha is greater than the numerator of Raman is greater than the numerator of Radha. 26 is greater than 15. So we can say Raman bought more flour than Radha, because Raman's numerator is greater than the Radha's numerator after converting the fractions into like fractions. Otherwise you can't say the answer. But if you see Raman's quantity 13/2, Radha's quantity 15/4. So here you say 13 numerator is less than 15. But it does not mean that Raman's quantity is less than the Radha's quantity. First you have to convert the fractions into mixed improper fractions, like fractions. Like fractions. Clear? Next how much by how much? That means here you have asked Raman's quantity how is greater or is more than Radha's quantity by how much? By how much? Okay, suppose I have 10 rupees and you have 5 rupees. So tell me, who has the greater money? Obviously I. Okay, and how much? Then what will you do? I have 10 and you have 5 rupees. Then what will you do? 10 minus 5 rupees. So that means subtraction from the larger to the smaller. So here you see here you see I have done the same thing. Raman bought more flour by Raman's quantity minus Radha's quantity. Raman's quantity minus Radha's quantity, and 13 upon 2 means 20 upon 26 upon 4. So after converting the into like fractions, then I have done the subtraction and I have got the result. This is the part, or this is the amount by which Raman bought more flour by Radha, more flour than Radha. So clear the process. Okay, acha, the number one sum is same of number 2. Okay, but number 3 sum I am giving some hints. Here you have asked, after spending, if you see the book, number 3 sum, after spending rupees 72 with half, Ruby was left with rupees 7 to the 3 upon 4. How much did she have in the beginning? That means Ruby has some money. Ruby had some money. First he spent 72 together with half. And Ruby was left 7 together with 3 upon 4. For example, suppose I have 10 rupees. Okay, and I have spent 6 rupees. And what amount what amount of money will remain? 10 minus 6. So now suppose this 10 amount is not given, rupees 10 is not given, and suppose I have spent already 6 rupees and remaining money is 4 rupees. I have spent 6 rupees and remaining money is 4 rupees. Then how can you find the total money? I have spent 6 rupees but remain 4 rupees. So what is the total? 6 rupees spent plus 4 rupees still remain. So 6 plus 4. So here similar, 72 rupees spending money, and 72 together with half, actually left money 7 together with 3 upon 4. So spent money plus left money, that is the total money. Okay, as next come to the sum number 5. A reel had 20 together with 3 upon 4 meter of thread. That is the total length of the thread. A reel had this meter of thread. That means this is the total length of the thread. Clear? Next, how much thread was left in the reel after Ali used 8 together with half meter of the thread? How can you do this? I hope you can do this, and I will not say, you do yourself. Okay. Next, B. If he later used this meter more thread from the reel, then how much thread was left? This is the total thread. First he used this length or this amount of thread. Okay. Then find how much amount of thread we left. Okay, you find. Next you have asked, if he later used this amount of thread, then what will you do? You have to subtract the result of A with this. Why? Because he later used this amount. Suppose first you have 10 rupees. First you spent 5 rupees. Then what is the remaining part? 10 minus 5 is equal to 5 rupees. Okay. Then you spend 2 rupees. Then what will be the remaining part? 10 minus 2, 5 5 minus 2, that means 3 rupees. Then if you do 10 minus 2, then it will be 8. The answer will be wrong, because already I have spent 5 rupees. So tell me, understand? Suppose you have total 10 rupees and you bought a chips packet of 5 rupees. Then your remaining money must be 10 minus 5. Okay. Then you have bought some lozenges for 2 rupees. Then what will be the remaining money? First chips, that means 10 minus 5. Then remaining is 10 minus 5 means 5 rupees. Then lozenge of 2 rupees. That means 5 minus 2 is equals to 3 rupees. So first find the result of A, then subtract 7 together with 3 upon 8 from the result of the A, and we will have the result. Okay, I have told the hints. So do the sum up to 5. Okay, thank you students.